All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get everything shared around and uploaded. And I'm running a couple minutes late, and I apologize for that. Got a few things to talk about. You can see one of them right over there. So yeah, let's do all the doobly-doos. Pop out. Select. Copy. Cool. Paste. Okay. All right, chat is live. I am hungry. I am tired. And we're doing this. So yeah, let's do that. Facebook. All right, let's post. All right. Get started as group expert. Write an informative post. Who's to be the judge of that except the expert? I'm the expert of the group. Add expertise to your badge. So, I recently acquired a cricket. Not the critter, the thing. Cricket maker. I got all the stuff here. Gorgeous, wonderful. I just need to clean it out, and looks like some of the pieces got a little shredded. So, like these little rubber rollers, and apparently those wear out from time to time. So what I'm gonna have to do with this guy is order new parts. So all this seems to be working. It worked very nicely. And apparently you have to like rip this whole thing apart to get it to work, which I don't think it'll be too bad. Thing's heavy. Eileen, good morning. How are we doing today? This thing is way heavier than I thought it would be. For how like small it is. Let's get this out of the way. So yeah, there was like thunder all around the house last night, and I didn't sleep a wink. How are you? And of course, I have the breakfast of champions: pizza and coffee. It'd only be a little bit better if I had some Guinness. Feeling like crap. It's all the wires inside. Yeah, I've been watching some videos, and it doesn't seem like it'll be hard. Just a massive pain in the ass to change like a $10 part. But it's doable. Get it cleaned up, looking all nice and spiffy, and that will go right here. Yeah, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't blame you. It looks like it's going to be a 4.5, 5-hour job to get this sorted. And then I'm going to have to go through the trouble of getting everything set up. I'm going to need another one of those like 8-foot long connection cables too, printer cables. So yeah, but hey, whatever. Man, I need to get clean in here. This place is. It's starting to get a little torn up in here. Oh. Man, I love my Keurig, but that coffee comes out way too hot to start off with. I guess they anticipate you putting creamer or something in it. Heathens, plebeians. I'll look at some kilt patterns, because that's... Because looking at the forecast for this next week, to the 10-day. It's gonna be rainy and crappy, like all week. And then until next week, like it's gonna be in the low 50s, mid 50s, and rainy Monday through Friday. And then there's the weekend where it's not even that great. We got Saturday, Sunday, which are cold and cloudy. So I think what I'm going to do is there we go. I think what I'm going to do this coming week is focus on getting those rails done, and then turning around and doing making some kilts. Let's see. If the computer has wireless capabilities, you won't need the cord. Beautiful, because I am really starting to run out of slots over there on my machine between my printer and my 3D printer, laser cutter, cables and chargers, and I'm running out of space. That's good. Get it set up and then move it into position. A good thing is it won't interfere with, because it's so thin and small, it won't interfere with my everything just passes right through. So it's like so low profile, it won't interfere with my my dust collection over there, which is great. Now I need to start figuring out like projects and stuff for it, because I think between the Cricut and the laser cutter, I should be able to amass a very quick and good quantity of things to do over there. I didn't, you know, here's the thing, I didn't want to start doing the kilts until at my sewing station, but that's not going to happen. And I need to build a bed, but but I don't want to move fine lumber in the rain. And I mean, except for Thursday and tomorrow morning, it's all rain. It's all rain next week. And even most of the week after that's all rain, but they're mostly evening showers. Yikes. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the Cricut. That's a pretty big bow in that now. Huh. I just know that it's one of those things that have to get. I definitely wanted one. The more automation I can force into my processes, the better off I'm going to be in the long run. And I know I need to get that like sticky mat thing, and man, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt getting this all worked together. And maybe I'll do it tonight. Well, no, I need to wait for the parts. Now, Eileen, do you know which model this is? Is this a 1, 2, or 3? I don't think it makes a difference, but it might. And they're all saying different things on here, so you know, I just want to make sure I buy the right parts. And a lot of these look like a lot of them look like they're 3D printed. So once I get this guy working again, I should be able to just fabricate the parts right on site once they wear out, you know, next time they wear out. And it looks like they don't sell just single pieces, so it looks like they wear out pretty regularly, which is stupid if you ask me, just because like if these things wear out that often, yeah, with as difficult as this thing is to put it all together, or to replace them, you know. V. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Vicky? Sorry, walked away. Amazon dropped off some items for the centerpieces. Awesome! And I think it's just... is the one... I think it's just the Cricut maker. Okay. You know, I also see, you know, this piece in here. And like, because once you pull the pieces apart, it voids the warranty. Of course it does. I wonder if this blade here would benefit from a good strop too. I mean, of course it would. One side looks a little rough. And this thing just spins freely, doesn't it? Interesting. How does this know, like, where to index it at? Or is it meant to spin freely? Because there's no, like, there's a thing in there. Does this pull back into the head or something, or? Like, I don't understand how these things work. I don't know, maybe I'm just being whatever. Because once you pull the pieces apart, it voids the warranty. What a pain in the butt. But I'll get it all sorted. So, Vic, what's going on? How's married life treating you? And this one has the knife blade with the drive housing. Heat press. I actually do need to get a, I do need to get like some sort of a press thing too, if I'm going to be making kilts for myself. To get the, really for any sewing process, I really need to get some sort of an iron or something. So once I get those folds and creases and like pleats and things, I can iron them in so when I sew them, they stick nice. They stay nice. Just one of those things that, you know, there's a million friggin' tools that I need to get for everything. For everything. So it's just the Cricut. Okay, Cricut Maker. Well, $10 here, $14 there, $35 there. I even see if they have the stuff down at Joann's Fabric. Irons. I'm not joining your mailing list. Why are these irons so expensive? $50? Here's one $200. What is the $200 one that the $50 one doesn't do? 100, 180, 250? They're ridiculous. Like what? Nuts is what it is. Oh, here's one. It's magnetic. Ridiculous. Let's see, I lost the live chat for a second. There's a sensor that guides it with the mat. Okay. I lost the live chat for a second. It's good. Marriage is great. Individually, I've been sick. Oh, fresh. Sick, fractured your radius, got an infected tattoo. This is an interesting topic because I want one. I'm glad it's interesting for you. I mean, I'm definitely going to go through the paces on this and see, where all the pitfalls are, because, like I said, I think the more I can automate my stuff, the better off I'm going to be in the long run. So, like the 3D printer making models, either repair pieces or pieces for me to cast out of metal, the Cricut for me to, doing decals, stickers, and whatnot, and the laser cutter for either engraving or cutting out, wood or laser or wood, cardboard, or leather pieces. While I'm either sitting here doing my thing there, or doing any sewing stuff, I know the more I can automate, the better off I'm going to be. I'm not really in the office that often, so when I am, I need to maximize my time. Most of my time is spent in the shop. So the more I can automate, obviously the better off I'm going to be in the long run. That being said, good God, the amount of stuff that needs to get done and that I have to do to make these things work is ridiculous. Now, guys, how did you fracture your radius? It seems like everyone this month is just having a horrible month. I've been having issues. Like, everyone around me has been having issues. My one client fell down the stairs. He broke his back a year ago. He fell down the stairs, and he had to have like 3 surgeries in 2 days to get things fixed up. Like, just everyone around me, including myself, is like crumbling this month. Thank God it's the last day of the month, because yikes. I don't know if I could take another week of this. I don't know if anyone can. Morning, Ken. How we doing today, brother? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. You haven't crashed your truck again. Oh, what's going on with you? Oh, you went to the skate park. Okay, that shows it. That tells it. And for me, it's just I haven't been sleeping. Yesterday, I went to get some Krispy Kreme donuts. It was a good morning. I thought it was going to be great. I fell and busted my ass in the parking lot. Apparently, parking lines are really, really slick in the rain. Also, I was wearing my slippers that don't actually have treads on them. They were supposed to be house slippers that now I just wear out. Never crashed my truck. I'm being facetious, Ken, because last week you had, that, or 2 weeks ago you had that ridiculous blowout and everything, and I just haven't seen you. But yeah, I busted my ass. I smashed both my knees. My right knee's really killing me today. Has a new click in it. I don't know if the microphone picks it up. And interestingly enough, it's mostly gone now, but I bust a blood vessel right in my palm, which is fantastic. Yeah, was it freshly paved? No, it wasn't. It's kind of an old parking lot, which is surprising because usually, like when the line striping is done, yes, it's slick because it's brand new paint. But this was, it's old, mostly worn away. I didn't think there was a problem. Didn't have a second thought against it, and whoop, laying on my ass in the rain. Like, come on. Had a few bad brain days and the rails that I'm working on. So you have your post or your newels, right? And then I'm doing it's for the sanctuary. So there's a bottom rail, a top rail, a cap rail, and pickets. And Bottom rail, I was able to mortise all the holes out. You know, nice square mortises. Everything looks just clean and tight. Fantastic. Because I'm doing them in sections of 3 sections. Each one has like 11 pickets. So top and bottom, that's 22. So that's 66 mortises that I have to cut for each chunk that I do at a time. So it's tedious, but the bottom rails, beautiful. Everything turned out nice. The chisel cut everything, nothing broke. It was gorgeous. So I installed those, transferred my marks from the bottom rail to the top rail, took the top rails off, took them up to the shop. And oh my God! It seems like every mortise that I try and cut, the wood splits, or it just grabs the chisel and it just pulls the chisel in some funky direction, or and with that and the cold, it's cold up here again, and it being rainy and dreary, just I'm almost done with them. But oh my God, what a pain in the ass it's turning out to be. Like the other side I did, and those had 12, so it was 12, 24, 36, 72 mortises. No real issues. I mean, it took a while because I hadn't cut that many mortises in God knows how long. Morning, Jill. Aren't you supposed to be stabbing people with your rapier and stuff? But there was no critical problems, nothing broke. So when I transferred to the other side of the church, I did the bottom. Okay, yeah, this is going to take a while, but no problem. Go do the top rail, nothing but problems. All the problems. And Jill, it was an art day yesterday. Oh, speaking of art days, did you make any progress on the scroll on the box? Like, did you do any testing? Did you get it sanded down and any apply anything to it, or did you make any progress, or was it just not a week for you to focus? I'm kind of manic today. I don't know why, because I've only had like a quarter of my coffee, and I did not sleep well. Well, that's probably why, because I didn't sleep. But yeah, I'm thinking about going to, let's see what Hobby Lobby has. For irons. Because this might be a Walmart buy. Soldering iron. They have cast iron spurs? Why? They have a Singer iron, which is $50. No. That's all too expensive. All right, here we go. Professional grade 1700 watt steam iron, blah 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 blah, $35. Black & Decker, $16. That's what I'm talking about. I don't need anything fancy. I'm just ironing pleats in. Don't need anything fancy. Let's see, did you eat? I'm in the process. Not yet. I had to finish yesterday's art project first, finish my competition piece on Friday. Ooh. I am working on eating. I usually don't have breakfast. But today I figured I need a little something in my system, so I grabbed some pizza. I wanted to have a donut, but there's only one left. The donuts I busted my ass for yesterday, there's only one left. And I had little man with me, so I was like, you know what? Instead of just eating this in front of him, like I probably should have, I decided to split it with him. And oh my God, that was the wrong decision. That was the wrong decision on every level. He had a complete meltdown, freaked out, tried to put it back together, was accusing me of breaking things, and like, dude, no. I was trying to share. I was trying to be nice and kind. And I bought the damn notice in the first place. Dude! Didn't want any of it. And then he smashed the whole thing into his mouth. Little asshole. Some days, that kid. Well, I've always had gray hair in my beard. But now, I noticed my hair on my head. It's like, not the whole strand is going gray. Just like sections of it, of the strands of my hair, are going gray now. And I know why. Because I can't even share a donut. That's why. I'm very animated today. Hopefully I can keep this energy up. I doubt it. It was nice though yesterday. I did a little grocery shopping, then I went back to my parents' house because Ma was making dinner for everyone. Chugged a Red Bull, went out, done. I was out for like a good hour. It was great. I'm about half gray at this point. Yeah. You know, I don't get any messages all day long. And then it's like as soon as I go on this live stream, everyone wants to send me something. Everyone needs my attention. Seems like how it goes. Like even when I'm at the shop, usually I can put things down, look at my phone, put it back, get back to work like that. No problem. Those aren't the times people try and contact me. It's always when I'm doing something where I can't stop. Like, come on, people. Just give me 45 minutes to finish this, and then I'll get to you. But then when I do that, and I go to look at my phone, I have 10,000 messages. People sending me TikToks and Facebook messages, and they want quotes on this, that, and the other, and just like, really? Sometimes I think, as much as I love this thing, sometimes I think it's like the worst thing on earth. Because now I always have to be ready to talk to somebody. And I'm not always ready to talk to people. That's the one thing I like about going on the river. Because when I go on the river, the whole world disappears to me for a few days. And I check my messages at night after I've, made port and set up camp, made a fire, started food. Then I can open my phone, turn it on, look at it. Read a few messages, and then maybe even make a little short video, and then turning it off, doing my thing, having a few drinks, eat by the fire, then go in my hammock and listen to the water and fall asleep as my hammock gently rocks back and forth. Beautiful. The warm summer air, the fire, you can hear crackling down just every now and then, pop, pop, as the last pieces of it. But no, not when I'm trying to get something done. V, I feel that, Eileen. I think it's the same for everyone. Like, after this, I'll be starting on the centerpieces, and everyone and their mother will call. It really is, though. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, is that just our perception? Or is it like some sort of glitch in the matrix? Because I need to know. Because there's got to be some way that you can hack that. Like, if it is some sort of a glitch or something, there's got to be some way you can hack that to your advantage. Right? No. Not to change the subject too much, and my brain's always thinking of projects and stuff that I can do. My buddy went to Japan, like right after the pandemic, Frank, and he got me this nice handkerchief. And, you know, it's a very, very nice, and I don't know what to do with it. Because I'm not really the kind of guy to wear handkerchiefs. If anything, I carry around a what you call it? You know, a shop rag or something. Let's see, V. It's like the energy you put into something. I didn't have my phone for a day. 76 messages. No. And not including social media. Yeah, right? Like, come on. And I think more the problem isn't that everyone wants to talk, because that's not really changed throughout all of human existence. I think what has changed is the immediacy of it. Just because you're able to contact somebody at a moment's notice, you expect them to be able to talk to you, at least, maybe not you, but in general, people expect you to be available at a moment's notice because you're always carrying a thing with you. And the worst thing is, like, when I tell people I'm going to bed and I'm trying to wind down for the night. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 80 years ago, that would have been the end of it. You know, if I want to play a video game to wind down, that's fine. If I want to play some Sudoku, that's fine. If I want to read, that's fine. But now, if they see you active, you tell someone you're going to bed, and they see you active on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram or this or that or ba 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 ba, there's always repercussions for it now. Because you're not asleep yet, so you got to talk. Like, no, I don't. Leave me alone. I'm trying to wind down and go to bed. I don't know how I got on this tangent, but I did. And it seems like you guys feel fairly the same at this point. So, that being said, you kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be up to this week. Finishing the rails, working on this guy, cleaning out this disaster, because, let's be honest, it's a disaster in here. And, working on some kilts. What are you guys going to be up to this week? Ken, the worst thing is your boss continually tells you not to use your phone when you're driving, but they text you when they know you're driving. Yeah, right? Like, or getting phone calls while you're on vacation. Like, dude, I'm not answering work calls. I'm on vacation. If you want to pay me time and a half to answer your phone call, sure, I'll answer it. And I'll bitch the entire time. I'll be short and get it over with. This isn't a social call. I know that. But yeah, I had a boss that would do that to me all the time too. And then they yell at me for answering the phone. See, they would yell at me for answering the phone while I was driving. But if I didn't answer, I'd get yelled at for not answering. Make up your mind. Which is it? Which do you want? Star Wars centerpieces. Eileen, I am so excited to see how those turn out. I actually had an idea a while ago. See, I wish I had the space to store things, so I could do all these large projects that I don't necessarily have a buyer for, but I want to do, that would showcase what I can do so I can get more projects. But I had an idea of doing like a river table, but actually mounting the wood to a piece of black steel, and in the river, make it like a, do the wood up on the sides to make it look like the Death Star trench. Yeah, there's the yawn. Make it, and put like some TIE fighters and stuff and have the whole thing done. But that'd be a lot of money to build, and I don't have a buyer for it. I don't have anywhere to store it. So probably a project that'll never get done. There are terranium scenes from the movies or close to it. That's gonna be so cool. Do you know what which scenes you're gonna be doing yet? Like that scene on Hoth. Like either where there's tauntauns running, or you're having the snow speeders coming in and attacking the AT-ATs, or there's the AT-ATs, AT-ATs, all-terrain attack transport, and then AT-STs. Was that the AT-ST or the AT-AT? I get those two mixed up all the time. Let's figure it out. AT-AT. So that is the AT-AT. Is the dog one. AT-ST is the chicken walker. So that would be on Endor. Are you gonna do one that's just like the Death Star just floating in like a black pool? Because that'd be funny. Like the lowest effort. You put the Death Star in there. You put a little couple tiny like TIE fighters and stuff. Maybe an ISD in there. Call it a day. Done. Oh yeah, they're on patrol. My mom was, she made or my parents rather, poured a concrete countertop downstairs in their house, and they're in the middle of sanding it to get it nice and smooth. They want to take it up to 220, and I've been coughing since I went down there yesterday. I didn't have a breathing mask on. I should have. I really should have. I know better. You know I know better. I know better. I didn't. I should have. I didn't. Yeah. Man. Hope I didn't like crack my kneecap or something. That would suck. This really hurts. Ooh. You know what would be kind of cool? Like on the side of my car, I have Han Solo in carbonite. It's like a little fridge magnet, but I have it stuck to the side of my car just because. Because I'm a dork. I'm a nerd. I want to put I mean, I want to put a I want to make a new helmet to put on my car as a hood ornament. I did that years ago when I had the Exploder. I made it. It was about that big. It was a great helm, like a barrel helm, basically. But it'd be really cool if I could print off like a bunch. Just speaking of like terrariums and stuff. Since I have Han Solo on the one side, make either make it on the cutter or on the printer. Maybe like a couple ATSTs and a couple ATATs, and put some good magnets on the bottom, and like set up like a scene kind of on the side of my car. I think that'd be really cool. Or maybe I should just make like an ATST or an ISD, Imperial Star Destroyer, and have that on the side of my car. Just something like that big. I like doing small stuff like that. I like to make it small too, so it's kind of hard to see. And then seeing people's reactions, like in traffic or at a basically in traffic or at a stoplight, when they notice. So few people notice. It's like a lot of times when, and Ken, I'm sure you can attest to this too, when people are driving, they're just in their own world. Like the world outside the car and outside their immediate view doesn't exist. Frustrating. But when it does, and when they notice, oh man, it makes me so happy. V said Josh should jump some sand in a hole and call it Tatooine. Oh, that'd be good. Eileen, I have figurines from 1st and 2nd gen, so it's a mix. I have darts and TIE Advanced that's floating in jar. That's gonna be cool. I have Leia in an Ewok for a scene for indoor, and also Yoda for him in the swamp. That's gonna be so cool. I really can't wait to see how these turn out. See, with every you've hated doing all these centerpieces, Eileen, because you get so worried and wrapped up. But every single time you do one, and I see it, I think it's just the coolest thing, and you really do a good job on them. So you should really take pride in that, because you do a really good job. But yeah, I think doing like little scenes and stuff, I think that's fun. I had this idea once, and I forget where I saw it from. It was probably Pinterest, to be honest with you. But you take a bunch of old used toilet paper rolls, right? And you cut out pieces of paper and just a little dab of glue, and you set them inside. And you make those into like ornaments for a Christmas tree. And you can't see it when it's sideways. But when it comes, when it spins around and you look through it, it's like this whole little world. I've seen a lot of people do it, and they look really nice. Of course, you want to paint it the outside and the inside so it doesn't look like it's a toilet paper roll, but there you go. I don't think I have the attention span or the dexterity to do that. But it's one of those things I've always wanted to do, kind of like a ship in a bottle. I've done a few like small terrariums, like medium-sized ones like that. Mostly when I was in middle school and high school, I've done those. Yeah, I even did one in grade school. But yeah, I just don't have the dexterity and the attention span for it anymore. It's the procrastinator in me plus anxiety. It's it's funny how those two go hand in hand. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think everyone has a touch of that, and then with if you have ADHD, it just greatly multiplied. ADHD cousins unite. Seriously. That's why I like, that's why I like doing these mortises for these rails, even though this one, these top rails are giving me a pain in the ass, because I drill the hole, I used my router to take out most of it. Then I take my half inch chisel, and boom, 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 boom. And I go right to the 3/4 chisel. Whap, 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 and it's done. And it is so cool. Making TIE fighters to hang from the ceiling made out of paper round lanterns. Interesting. That's gonna be cool. You really need to you need to make a full portfolio of all the shit you do, Eileen. With these, especially with these big scenes and like these restaurant things you do, because oh my God, you do such a good job. And the amazing thing, and this is with a lot of arts and crafts, you have this grand idea, then you start on it. It looks like shit, looks like shit, looks like shit, looks like shit. And then you put like 3 things together and oh, it's amazing. And it happens every single time. And you hate it, you hate it, you hate it, then you love it. And you really need to start making like a portfolio of these things. Because you do such a good job at them. You really do. And yes, I agree with my cousin. Please post pictures. Post them to Knightsmith. Post them around, please. Because you deserve to show off. You do such a good job. You deserve to show off. I know, and I always share them, but you need to show off more. Because the stuff you do is amazing and awesome, and everyone needs to see it. A lot more. So, cuz, you broke your arm. Do you at least have a cool cast? Are you like doodling all over it? Putting googly eyes on it? Oh, speaking of googly eyes, you're welcome. I have made a decision on the laser cutter. Because my patrons couldn't come up with a couldn't make a decision. Let me just check it one more time, just in case someone came in like 3 weeks late and decided to cast a vote. But I doubt it. Name that laser. Yep. And so it was between the Big Nasty Dave and Laser McLaserface. It's against my normal naming conventions. However, this will be Dave. Dave will be getting his googly eyes later today, and when I get the Cricut up and running, I'm going to make a label for Dave that says Dave somehow. Maybe turn the letters like into a face, like manipulate the letters so they kind of look like a face or something. I don't know, but I'm going to do something, and that will be Dave. So congratulations, whoever voted for Dave. And I'm sorry for the other 2 who did not win. But there we go. Let's see, Vicky. They said early movement is best, so no cast. Can't bend my arm all the way though. Yeah, that sucks. Eileen, 5 attachments. What did you send me? So cool. Can I share with the group? Can I show the group? So many figurines. Oh, you're just like a little Ewok. That's adorable. All right, so that's what you mean by those blow-up paper lanterns. All right. So cool. So this is what she was talking about with the lanterns. And all your little terrarium pieces. That's a little Ewok costume. That is cute. That's just half the figurines. Oh, good lord. Look at that. So looking on here, it looks like you're going for not just the original, but it looks like you're going for some of the prequel trilogies too. Is that right? Yeah, costumes are encouraged, but not required. Yeah, but it would be really cool to have, like, you know what? I would do my best Lando Calrissian impression and wear a cape, because any excuse to wear a cape is good enough for me. Oh boy. So, we're past 10 o'clock. I apologize for starting a few minutes late today, but we only do an hour here. So guys, if you like this content, if you want to see, things happen faster, please go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month helps. As far as everything else, I have a lot to do this week. Even though it's not going to be a lot of shop work, it's going to be a lot of cleaning and stuff. I was hoping that I could also paint the outside of the building this week, but it's not going to happen either. Thanks, rain. We need the rain, I know, but just Eileen, yeah, whole mix. The rest of our owners have the second gens. Cool. Gotta be working on this guy, get all this junk cleaned up, get Dave finished, and maybe even make a few kilts for me to start wearing at work. Who knows how far I'll get. But guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Go over to Patreon. Even $1 a month helps. I mean, more is always better, but don't stress yourself out, please. Yeah, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time, and see you next week. Bye-bye.